Imagine spending your whole life chasing one sound. The moment an engine roars, the runway shakes beneath you, and the ground finally lets go. At first, you think flying will make you free. You think the sky is the reward, but you have no idea what it will demand from you first. The debt, the fear, the terrible landings, the lonely hotel rooms, the birthdays you miss, the years when your logbook grows faster than your bank account. You start as a nervous student in an old training plane that smells like fuel and sun-baked vinyl. Decades later, you may end up commanding a jet across an ocean while hundreds of people sleep behind you, trusting a name they will never hear. This is your life at every level as a pilot. And every time you climb higher, the view gets better, the paycheck gets bigger, and the weight on your shoulders becomes harder to carry. Level 1, Rank 1, Student Pilot. You walk into the flight school expecting something heroic, but the place looks tired. Old carpet, a buzzing light, a front desk buried under forms. Outside, your first airplane waits on the ramp, a faded Cessna that looks too small to carry a dream this big. Your instructor is young, calm, and already thinking about the airlines. But to you, he feels like the only person between you and disaster. You climb into the left seat, knees tight against the panel, hands unsure where to go. When he tells you to push the throttle forward, the engine shakes the whole cabin. The runway rushes under you, then suddenly disappears. For a few seconds, you forget every bill, every doubt, every reason you were scared. You are flying. Then training begins for real. Your landings are ugly. You bounce, drift, flare too high, flare too late. Every lesson costs money you barely have, and every week away makes you worse. Still, you come back, again and again, until one day your instructor steps out, closes the door, and tells you to fly the pattern alone. The empty right seat feels louder than any warning. You take off shaking, circle the airport, and land badly but safely. When you taxi back, you are not the same person who left the ramp. Level 2, it's your Rank 2 private pilot. Now you have the certificate. Your name is on a plastic card, and the law says you can take passengers into the sky. For one day, you feel unstoppable. Then your friend climbs into the right seat, smiles at you, and suddenly the airplane feels smaller than ever. You check the weather too many times. You calculate fuel twice. You brief the doors, the seat belts, the emergency plan, trying to sound confident while your stomach twists. On takeoff, your friend laughs and says it is incredible. And for a moment, you believe you are becoming the person you dreamed of being. Then the air turns rough. The wings bump through invisible waves. Your passenger goes quiet, and you realize flying for fun still carries real responsibility. You land at a tiny airport with a diner beside the runway. Your friend looks pale, but you made it. After that, weekends become your escape. Breakfast flights, sunset flights, small towns with empty ramps and vending machines. You are spending money too fast, but each climb above the noise of normal life feels worth it. You are free now, but not fearless. And that is the first real lesson of being a private pilot. Level 3, Rank 3, Instrument-Rated Pilot. The private certificate gives you freedom, but only when the sky behaves. Clouds still control you. Low ceilings still cancel your plans. Night still feels like a trap if weather moves in. So you start instrument training, thinking it will make you a real pilot. Instead, it humbles you all over again. Your instructor puts a view-limiting hood over your eyes, and suddenly the whole world shrinks to the panel in front of you. No horizon, no ground, no comfort. Just needles, numbers, headings, altitude, airspeed, and a voice from air traffic control giving instructions faster than your brain can hold them. You chase the gauges and fall behind the airplane. You drift off heading, miss altitudes, forget radio calls, and stare at approach plates until the symbols blur. Then one day in actual clouds, gray swallows the windshield completely. Your body lies to you. The instruments tell the truth. You force yourself to trust them. At 400 feet, the cloud breaks open, and the runway appears exactly where it should be. It is not joy like your first solo. It is deeper than that. It is the feeling of becoming competent. Level 4, Rank 4, Commercial Pilot. You reach 250 hours and pass another check ride. Now the certificate says you are a commercial pilot, which sounds like success until you discover how little the world pays new pilots. The title feels expensive. The jobs feel rough. You tow banners low over crowded beaches while the airplane claws through hot, bumpy air. You haul skydivers in a tired old plane with the door removed, climbing again and again until the engine sound follows you into your sleep. You fly pipeline patrol across empty land, staring down for leaks, broken fences, and anything that looks wrong, with no one beside you but your own thoughts. You are finally being paid to fly, but not enough to live like the person people imagine when they hear pilot. Your apartment is small, your meals are cheap, your logbook is everything. Every hour you add feels like one brick in a long road toward the airlines. You are no longer just chasing the sky. You are chasing Washington 500 hours and the dream has become a grind with wings. Level 5, Nasha Rank 5. Certified Flight Instructor. You cannot reach the airlines fast enough by towing banners and flying odd jobs, so you return to the place where everything began. A small flight school with nervous beginners, old airplanes, and weather that ruins entire weeks. But this time, you sit in the right seat. Students look at you the way you once looked at your instructor, like you know everything. You do not, but you know enough to keep them alive while they learn. You teach them how to hold altitude, how to feel a coordinated turn, how to recover when the nose drops and panic rises. You say things you used to hate hearing. More right rudder. Watch your airspeed. Stay ahead of the airplane. At first, you are there for hours because every lesson moves your logbook closer to 1500. But slowly, something changes. Teaching forces you to understand flying instead of just doing it. You learn patience when students scare you. You learn calm when they freeze. You learn judgment when the weather looks almost good enough. The pay is still low, the cancellations are endless, and your future feels far away. But without noticing, you become the kind of pilot someone else can trust. Level 6, WASH Rank 6. Regional Airline First Officer. At 1,500 hours, the door finally opens. You pass interviews, survive ground school, and sit in a simulator so realistic it makes your shirt stick to your back. Then comes the first real day. You step into a regional jet with glass screens, warning lights, checklists, and passengers already boarding behind you. For years, you flew small airplanes that shook in the wind. Now 76 people are trusting you to help carry them through the sky. The captain beside you has seen more emergencies than you have seen airports. He knows you are new, and you know he knows. He lets you fly, corrects you quietly, and every trip teaches you something your old logbook never could. But airline life is not glamorous yet. You sit on reserve, waiting for the phone. You sleep in crash pads near the airport, sharing rooms with pilots who are just as tired as you. Some days you fly 4 short legs and forget what city you woke up in. The pay is better, but the freedom is not here yet. You are in the airlines now, but still at the bottom of the climb. Level 7, Rank 7. Major Airline First Officer. Then the call finally comes. A major airline wants you. The interview, the simulator evaluation, the background check, the waiting, all of it ends with one offer that feels like a gate opening into another world. Better pay, better hotels, bigger airplanes. A future that finally looks real. But the first day reminds you that seniority resets everything. You are the newest name on the list, so you get the trips no one else wants. Red eyes, holidays, long sits in airports, routes that wreck your sleep before your body can adjust. Still, the difference is impossible to ignore. The paycheck grows. The aircraft is faster, heavier, more complex. You fly across the country, maybe across oceans, watching cities glow beneath you while passengers sleep behind the cockpit door. For the first time, the sacrifices begin to look like they had a purpose. But even here, success has a strange taste. You have more money now, yet less sense of home. You are finally winning, but you are still always leaving. Level 8, Rank 8. Captain. After years of waiting, your seniority number finally rises high enough. You bid for captain, return to training, and learn that the left seat is not just another chair. It is a different life. As a first officer, you could advise, question, and support. As captain, the final answer belongs to you. When weather closes in, you decide whether to continue or divert. When a warning light appears, you decide how fast the situation is becoming dangerous. When passengers complain, dispatch pressures, Schedules fall apart, and the runway looks legal but wrong in your gut. Your name is the one attached to the flight. The paycheck is bigger now. The uniform feels heavier. Crews look to you before they speak. New first officers watch your hands, your tone, your judgment. You have crossed storms, ice, mechanical problems, medical calls, and nights so long the sunrise feels unreal. People think command means power, but in the cockpit, command means responsibility. You wanted the left seat for years. Now you understand why it was never just a promotion. Level 9, rank 9, check airman. Then the airline asks you to become a check airman. It sounds like another honor, but it feels more like being handed a scale that weighs other people's futures. You still fly the line, still sit in cockpits, still carry passengers through weather and night. But now you also watch other pilots. You sit beside captains proving they still have the edge. You sit in simulators while first officers fight for the upgrade that could change their lives. Your job is to decide who is ready, not who wants it, not who has waited long enough, who is safe. Saying yes feels easy when everything goes right. Saying no is the hard part. You see the disappointment in their face. You know the years behind their eyes. But you also know what a weak decision can cost at 35,000 feet. Later in quiet rooms, you review incidents, rewrite procedures, and argue over details passengers will never know exist. This is no longer just flying. This is protecting the system that once protected you. Final level, highest rank, retired captain. Your last flight comes quietly on an ordinary day that refuses to feel ordinary. The crew knows. Your family's in the cabin. The gate agent says your name over the speaker, and strangers clap for a career they can only imagine. You smile, brief the flight, and try to treat it like any other trip. But every checklist feels heavier. Every switch feels familiar in a way that hurts. When the wheels touch down for the final time, fire trucks wait beside the taxiway and throw an arch of water over the airplane. You shut down the engines, but you do not move right away. For decades, this cockpit was your office, your shelter, your battlefield, your home above the clouds. Now it is just a place you are leaving. The next morning, there is no alarm, no schedule, no weather briefing, no passengers needing you to carry them somewhere. You sit with coffee, look up at a contrail, and know the route by instinct. Someone else is up there now, doing the job you used to do. The sky continues without you. Somewhere right now, a new student is walking into a small flight school with nervous hands and a dream too large for the room. The carpet is worn. The airplane outside is old. The first lesson will cost too much, and the first landing will probably be terrible. They do not know about the years ahead, the debt, the low pay, the missed holidays, the lonely nights in hotels, the fear hidden behind calm radio calls. They only know they want to fly. And maybe that is enough to begin. Because this life never gives everything at once. It gives you one level, then asks what you are willing to lose for the next. At the bottom, the sky feels like freedom. At the top, you learn the truth. The higher you climb, the more beautiful the view becomes, but the heavier the silence gets when you finally come back down.